Hi, George here, and today I'll be showing you how to do a Photoshop Elements photo collage. It's real easy. Let me just close this down. And the first thing I'll need to do is to add some pictures in here. So I'll just do that from the organizer. Click on organizer right down there. Let's bring this up. There we go. And I'll just choose some pictures that have some animals in it. I'll choose 8 to start with. Let's choose this one right here. Hold the control key down. I'll get that one and that one. And let's come down here, get this dog right here, and that dog and that elephant. Let's scroll down a little bit here. There's a dog right there. I'll choose that. And we'll scroll down a bit more. And get this horse right down here. There we go. Over here where it says editor, click on this little drop down. You want the photo editor. This is Photoshop Elements. Then we'll then pull all those pictures over here into the Photoshop Elements workspace. There we go. They're all opened up. Okay. Now I can go ahead and work on the photo collage. Go up to Create. Come down to Photo Collage right there. Now, different versions of Photoshop Elements will have that in a different spot on the menu, but it will say Photo Collage. It's going to go through here and give you a basic collage. This first one is at random. You can then make changes to that if you want to. Here we go, right-hand side. There's quite a few different options in here. We have horizontal and vertical, panorama and square. All of these are using all 8 images. This is the first one right here. Let's go ahead and double-click on the second one. Let's see how this looks. It'll go through and reapply that layout. There we go. That's kind of fun. Let's try a vertical format here. Double click on a vertical format. It's going to rearrange this, redo the layout for us. There we go. Here's our vertical format. And when you have your pictures in here, you can move these things around. Just come into an image, double click. This brings up our controls right here. I can now just slide this around. And I'm seeing some of that frame in there. So I'm going to take this slider control right here and increase the size of the picture so I lose that frame. Put the dog right there. That looks good. This is okay. This cat's a little low. Double click on this cat. Then just drag him up a little higher. I think that's better. Hit the check mark. Let's move our dog over a little bit here. I think he's okay right there. There we go. So you can go through and kind of tweak your positions. You see, here's the bounding box for this picture. If I wanted to move them to the left, it's going to be pulling in from this side over here. So you may need to zoom in a little bit to give yourself some room for movement. You don't want to be doing this where you're cutting off part of the picture like that. Just keep that in mind. And that's good. Let's go to this dog here. Let's move him over a bit. I think he looks pretty good right there. There we go. So that's real nice. Easy to do, easy to adjust these things. If you want to change a picture in here, just double click on the picture. You can go right here, click on that, and you can change what is in there. And I have a folder open up here with some pictures in it. Let's see what else we have in here that would fit this. Let's take this monkey right there. Choose place. And it just swaps out the picture. Now, if you want to get rid of a picture in here, you can do that as well. But keep in mind, if you get rid of a picture, then this basic layout is no longer going to work. But Photoshop Elements will take care of that for us. I'll double click on this picture right here and set the trash can. And then we now have 7 photos in here instead of 8. So that means a different layout. There we go. Now we have 2 sets of layouts. One is for even number of photos, one's for odd number of photos. We now have an odd number of photo layout. So you have different looks in here on all the different layouts. So keep that in mind. If you're not really sure what layout you want, there are those 2 basic sets for an even number of pictures and an odd number of pictures. Just see what we have in here. I'll double click on this top horizontal. Let's let this come in and rearrange that for us. There we go. And again, I would need to come back in and readjust my pictures so everything fits properly in here. But we'll find our layout first. Let's try this one over here. It has a circle in the middle. That's kind of fun. There we go. I think I'll go with this one. I want to readjust some things. We're seeing the puppy over here and not the main dog. So I'll double click on this and let's move this image around so you get the main dog in that picture. There we are. Double click on this background picture here. Let's see if we can get this looking a bit better. And you can come in here and grab a corner like that. You can see that control handle. You can actually resize this just by grabbing the control handles if you can see them. It depends upon the layout. And then put him right there so I can actually see his full face. And let's bring this cat up a little bit in the frame like that. Okay, looking better. Let's say I wanted to have this picture over here. Double click on this. I'm going to drag this up like that, drop it on here, and it's going to swap those 2 pictures for us. So real easy to move things around as you can see here. And there are a few controls left-hand side. We can use the move tool we just saw. We also have a type tool. You can actually add in some text if you want to. Just click on that and you get a text insertion point here. And you can then type in text and add text under your picture. And all of our type controls are right down below here in the options. I'll leave that alone for this. Notice here where it says advanced mode, click on that, and it'll give us a lot more controls left-hand side. Actually, we have all of our standard tools now available left-hand side. Most cases you won't need that, but that is available. I'll leave that back in basic mode. Okay, once you're happy with your layout, and you're happy with your pictures, then just come down here, click on the Save button. And by default, it's going to be saving into your Pictures folder. Let's just give this one a new name here. Animal Collage, choose Save. If you want to, you can add more into your project. Bottom right-hand corner, right now we're looking at layouts. You also can look at graphics. And here you have different backgrounds we can use if you want to. If I collapse that, we also have frames that can be added. So you can come in here and add frames into your image or backgrounds. If you want to use a frame, simply choose a frame like this. If you don't like that, just use Control-Z for undo, and it replaces that frame. So everything in here is actually frames that are overlapping. And when you're through making all of your adjustments in here, make sure you come down and hit that Save button again. And then when you're all done, click on Close. And it brings you back here with all of our open windows. I'm just going to close all these things, get these out of the way, and get the organizer out of the way as well. And there we go, back to Photoshop Elements. Go up here to File and Open, or use the Open button right here. And you'll find your file right there where you saved it, and it's a PSE file as opposed to a PSD file. Let's choose Open, brings it back up, and we're right back inside of the Photo Collage editor. If you want to learn more about all these different create options over here, I have videos on all of this stuff, along with everything else in the program in my Photoshop Elements video course. You can find out more about that in the description. I'll put a link there at the top of the description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any videos in the future, and I'll see you next time.